This is Darren Dunlop with the Fargo-Moorhead West Fargo Chamber. We're here today to interview the owner and president of Games Galore. For those of you who may not know, Games Galore brings elements of fun from around the region, proving that inflatables aren't just for kids. They can be for virtually anybody, even old people like me. But for organizations, families, we at the Chamber have had the good fortune of having Corey's team supply us a couple of games of skill at a couple of our business after hours. My first question to you would be, what is it that makes Games Galore unique?
I think one of the first things is our involvement with community. And as you know, I'm very reluctant to say no. Pretty much any request that we get, we try to figure out how to maximize those relationships. Our marketing is really second to none, and I give a lot of credit to Tara. We belong to a lot of different organizations, whether it's Chamber of Commerce's, fair associations, college organizations. We try to belong to them all, and our diversification of our inventory, along with our marketing, I think is really what sets us apart. We're like I said, like you said, we did business in 11 states last year, encompassing over 900 events. And that gives us, you have to have a broad spectrum in the event world to be able to pull that off. And that's something that we're very proud of.
Well, before I get to the next question, for the first time, I've noticed that you have that beautiful copy of the bridge off your shoulder back there. So
Yep.
Thank you very much. I appreciate it.
Yeah, you're welcome. That's like my number one thing in my office, and people love to come in and look. So we are extremely proud to be the 2019 Small Business of the Year.
You know, Corey, these are, as everybody knows, these are strange times for everybody and a lot of different businesses, but specifically for companies like yours that are really an event-driven business with the shutdowns and things like this. You know, so what is it that Games Galore is really focusing in on right now?
Well, I think the number one focus that we've taken this opportunity, when you operate over 900 events, we don't have a whole lot of downtime. And this has created an immense amount of downtime that we're not used to. So we have chosen to take the positives of this. We are completely resetting as far as our operations side of things, organizational side of things, and just using it as a real company reset. You know, many businesses that I've talked to, you know, you look to maybe not rebrand, but just to take a deep breath and regroup, and that's what we've done. We're getting to the point where we do need to operate again because that is the business that we're in. However, I'm really excited to get on the backside of this, whatever that becomes, because I do feel like we are staging ourselves for much bigger and better things. And what's ironic about that is even during our chamber choice and filling out those applications and going through that process, it was remarkable to see the amount of growth that we've had. We've experienced double-digit growth 4 years consecutively, with 2 of those years being over 20%. So we're really just taking advantage of this time to go, okay, take a deep breath, reset, make sure that things that have gotten pushed aside and maybe we've just gotten by, we're getting back to extreme fundamentals and making sure that we have all those things in place. Because I feel like if and when we start running again, it's going to be, people are going to want to congregate, people want to have events. And if there's one thing that we've always provided, that's fun. And if there's one thing that all of us, I think, sitting at home and being isolated, is it's not a lot of fun. So we're looking forward to the opportunity to getting back to providing fun for everybody and being a part of this wonderful community.
Well, that's great. Yes, and let's hope it's not a question of if, it's when, and hopefully it is going to be sooner rather than later. We see your brand around so many different places. You know, at the Rib Fest, and I know you've been, you know, thank you for being involved in our Military Appreciation Night. We you know, it's with members like you that make that so successful. But I know that there's so many of those local events that people are familiar with, and just want to touch base. Why don't you give a shout out to them?
Yeah, we're fortunate. Some of the biggest and strongest brands, some of the biggest and strongest events in our community, we are a partner in. Whether it's Ribfest, the Fargo Dome, NDSU Athletics, all of the park districts, whether it's West Fargo, Fargo, or Moorhead, we work hand in hand with all those park districts. Um, so we are blessed to, like at the Red Hawks and the military appreciation, we do multiple events with all of those people. I think if there's one thing that we've learned um, during this COVID epidemic is how valued and how fortunate we are to have such good relationships, because right now we're leaning on each other to try and figure out how and what the next step is. And there's been a lot of phone calls, there's been a lot of emails, and we're finding out that we are blessed and we have some phenomenal relationships, and our brand wouldn't be anything without those partnerships. And that's really how we feel. And so by taking this step back, I think it's even making it more clear to us how important those relationships and those partnerships are. And we're hoping to come out swinging way better, and hoping to not take any of those relationships for granted. I think all of us fall into a trap of it becomes business and it becomes all of those things. And now we're learning at what a level those business and those personal relationships have become over the years.
I think that's very well said. Yes, sometimes we get so busy that sometimes we take things for granted, and this unexpected setback has given us all pause for thought and gives us the opportunity to be thankful for the community that we live in and the business partners that we have. What's the one thing that you would like for all of us to take away? What should we all know about Games Galore?
Well, we are a small family business. I think that's the biggest thing that I want people to understand is we are all in. And I use that phrase because my wife, as you know, Darren, you call the office and my wife answers. If you come into our lobby, pictures like the bridge picture that I have in my office, but there's a series of canvas prints in the front, and all of my children are on those. And it's just a very important thing. If you look in the background, that's a pictures of all my family as well. And we're a local family business, and we try to provide to any type of event that we can. We have equipment for adults, we have equipment for the little ones, and we give back as much as humanly possible. We try to partner with pretty much anyone that's wanting to be a partner and wanting to develop a relationship with us. We're open to have those conversations. And I think that's what we're excited about. We're excited to continue with our brand. I wear quite a few different hats. In fact, I'm the president of a newly formed fair association that encompasses the Dakotas. And all of the members that are looking to me as the president of that organization are looking for answers in what to do with their county fairs and different events. And so it's an interesting dynamic and an interesting mix that we're as hurt by this pandemic, I think, as any business out there. However, we're going to come out really strong at the back of this, and we're not going anywhere. I think that if there's one message I've learned with our relationships with even our bank and our accounting, we're going to come through on the backside of this, and we look forward to taking care of everyone else when we're done with this.
Well, Corey, on behalf of the Chamber of Commerce, Fargo Moorhead West Fargo, and our community, I want to thank you first of all, for all the hard work that you do for us, but also for basing your business out of our community, because it's business partners like you that make us a strong community. So, Corey, thank you for being the guinea pig on our video member spotlight, and for at least another 3 months. You are still the reigning Chamber Choice Small Business of the Year. So put that up there, get it out.
Well, thank you. And we do belong to a lot of different chambers, but I will tell you, nothing strikes more close to home than our own local chamber. And you guys are the best. I mean, we reference the relationship we have with the West Fargo Moorhead Chamber a lot, and you guys do such a phenomenal job. And like I said, we developed such a great partnership. So we thank you for the opportunity to do this member spotlight as well.
Well, that's great. I appreciate that. Corey, you take care, and here's wishing you and your team a speedy jump back into business. And next time I call, I want you to be so busy you can't return my call.
That would be fantastic. Thank you so much, Jared.
All right. Thanks a lot, Corey. I appreciate it.